it's Marley from the Energy Boutique with your energy forecast for Saturday, February 25th. So we have the moon in Taurus again here all day, and this is definitely going to provide us with a little bit of support in trying to stabilize our emotions. Of course, in this earth energy, we just want to ground, we just want to be present, we want to find peace, we want to find balance, we want to find stability, yes, in our emotions, but also in our lives. And although the moon in Taurus definitely wants us to stay present and stay in the moment and really slow things down and really enjoy the smaller things in life, today we do have some aspects that are going to push us in having to leave this present moment to really visualize and imagine what it is that we are going to create from here. Again, there's a little bit of discomfort here because the moon in Taurus wants us to stay very present in the here and now, doesn't really like to look back, doesn't really want to project ourselves in the future, but we have some aspects pushing us to do so because this is a beautiful energy. Being in Pisces season, we're dreamy, we're imaginative, we're healing, we're creative. And with the moon in Taurus, we are able to ground things in our emotions, get excited about something. We're able to essentially bring these visions, bring these dreams, bring these ideas to life. So we do have to start thinking about our future and what it is that we would like to create. We have the moon bumping into Chiron in not the nicest way. And Chiron, of course, being the wounded healer, is here to show us our wounds, but also trigger and activate the wisdom, the resources, the healing, the knowledge within us in order to actually heal those wounds. Emotionally speaking, bumping into Chiron is an opportunity for us to see where it is that we're hesitant in looking forward, where it is that we're hesitant in looking back. We can gain a lot of information and knowledge here on what it is that wound-wise we are kind of keeping alive and well. There's a reason why we don't want to look back. There's a reason why we don't want to look forward. And likely, if we're real with ourselves in the here and now, it's because we don't know what to expect, because we don't know what to really anticipate, and we feel out of control. Taurus energy is a fixed energy. We want control. We want to act within the same comfort and boundaries that we've been always operating in. We rely on what is tried, tested, and true, what is familiar, even if it's uncomfortable. And realistically, finding the happiness, the joy, the peace, the harmony, the stability in the here and now is a lot better than reflecting back on the past and the uncomfortability that we just came out of, and is much more preferable than projecting ourselves into the future, not knowing what we're going to get. It's unpredictable there. So there's a lot of comfort in sticking with the here and now. The moon will come up to, conjunct, bump into Uranus. Now, Uranus is the great awakener, who, of course, is in this Taurus energy, and this will likely bring a dramatic shift to our emotions, a dramatic shift to our thoughts. Uranian energy wants to disrupt things, wants to push change on us. We are definitely looking to shift our perspective, to shift our emotions into a better state, a more stable state. But this Uranian energy has a very interesting way of doing that. It's like a shock to the system. We may have anxiety, we may have anticipation, we may have restlessness. All of that is indicatory of where it is that we do need to make a change, where we're not feeling settled, where we're not feeling stable. So we almost need this jolt of energy to come in and kind of knock us off our rocker, if you will, and show us what it is that we're feeling uncomfortable about as far as change goes, so that we can analyze where it is that we're holding on too greatly to the old and where it is that we're not inviting enough of the new. The moon will bump into Mars, the god of war, ruling over our physical energy, our drive, our passion, our desires, even our anger. Mars, of course, is in this Gemini energy in the intellectual battlefield, really kind of, I'm going to say, divided on what needs our time, our energy, our attention, our focus. Mars, of course, wants to take action, making moves, moving forward. The moon in Taurus doesn't want any part of that. We just want to find comfort, safety, and security in the here and now. So this is going to be a little bit of a conflict. We can feel a little bit of that agitation, that restlessness kind of arise within us, because there is a part of us that knows that we have to charge forward, that we have to make a change, that we have to make moves. But the moon in Taurus represents the part of us that doesn't want to go there yet. We just want to be content, just be in the here and now. The moon will make a harmonious aspect with the sun. This is a beautiful blending of energies for a couple of reasons. As I previously mentioned, the sun being in Pisces energy is shining a bright light on our dreams, on our visions, on our goals, on our creativity, on our ability to heal, on our ability to close the door, end a chapter in preparation to start new, to start fresh, to start a brand new beginning, which of course is coming with Aries season because that is the spring equinox, that is the new astrological calendar. The moon in Taurus is providing us with a grounded sense of emotion, a stable sense of emotion for us to stand here firmly, recognize that we are in this present moment having the attitude of gratitude for getting us here. We are plucking out the silver linings. We are focused on the things that are making us feel happy and safe and secure and stable, and gives us the ability emotionally to allow the creative thoughts, the creative ideas, the dreaminess, the imaginatory fantasies to actually have a place to come into our emotional realm and get us excited on what it is that we want to create. Keep in mind, Taurus energy is about building something new. It's about creating something new where routines, relationships, money matters are concerned in order to align with the bigger goal, the bigger dream, and our long-term plans. So we get this overlap, the moon and the sun, really giving us this present moment that, of course, we're very happy to stand in. But in this moment, we are giving ourselves permission to conjure up where it is that we would like to go from here. An idea, a path, a plan, a dream, a vision on what it is that we would like to create in order to provide ourselves with a little bit more safety, security, and stability in our lives than just a couple of days when the moon is in Taurus. So we're really kind of looking at where it is that our lives are out of balance, and we want to provide solutions for ourselves, emotionally speaking, mentally speaking, physically speaking, on what it is that we can bring to life, make part of our day-to-day life that will give us the safety, the security, the stability that, of course, we are all hoping for. The moon will square off with Mercury, though, and this is very much our heart versus our head. Mercury being the ruler of the mental plane, ruler of information, communication, how it is that we express ourselves, is in the highest level of intelligence in Aquarian energy. Our minds are constantly moving. Our minds are moving at such a rapid rate that the moon in Taurus ain't having it. The moon in Taurus doesn't want us to constantly be pushing the boundaries of our thoughts, of our ideas, and projecting ourselves into the future and, sitting here and calculating all the variables of the possibilities and the path and the direction and the choices that we are currently contemplating. What we want to do is we want to stay present in the here and now. We want to focus on what is providing us safety, security, and comfortability right now. And so getting in the boxing ring, which is what a square is all about, creates that tension, creates that conflict because we're hesitant emotionally to even allow that mental plane to push the boundaries on what it is that's possible for us because it's unpredictable. It's not familiar. It's not safe. It's not secure. It's not stable. And right now, we just want to hold on to all of those things because that is what is basically providing us with this calmness, with this comfort at this particular stage of the game before we go ahead and we start adding more changes and transformations to our physical reality. We will end the day off with the moon semi-squaring Venus. Now, semi-square is a tension point. Venus, of course, rules over this Taurus energy, so there's always a little bit more intensity when we interact with the ruler of the energy that the moon is currently in. Venus, of course, starting a brand new chapter for herself in Aries energy. She's very straightforward. She's very passionate. She's very blunt in trying to identify what makes her happy, what brings her a sense of excitement, joy, pleasure, happiness, and really kind of cutting anything off that doesn't live up to those particular parameters. So emotionally speaking, again, the moon in Taurus would prefer for us to just be content in this present moment. And Venus, of course, is charging forward. She ain't looking back, but she definitely doesn't want to stand still either. She got ants in her pants from that Aries energy, that restlessness. She wants to take action. She wants to make moves. She wants to push herself forward. And emotionally speaking, we're just not down with that right now. We just want to curl up. We want to feel safe and secure in the moment. We just want to be at peace with our current circumstances without constantly pushing ourselves to think about what is next.